in the scenes, and that would give us the data that we needed to know to then go to the green screen stage.
So then when we're on sets filming the green screen footage, they actually had a mini little cut already sliced together, and they could use that to try and block out their green screen angles to see how their character was going to move through the scene. And that's how we went about shooting all that footage.
And then those elements are again taken back into CG and projected into what we're calling a digital magic carpet, where we're actually animating the elements in 3D space that then end up getting composited into the show.
By using pre-visualization, it allows you to know exactly what you're going into a remote location to shoot, and you literally just don't have time to waste. So it's all about efficiencies, really.
Action!
The watchword on this was to try to be superhuman, not supernatural, in order to try to keep it interesting to look at.
Just wanted to try and do something fresh and different on this that would, at the same time, you would accept.
The ravine chase is something that in its totality is really something that we're pretty proud of.
We really touched on almost every technique used in computer graphics to effectively execute on that sequence.
So for the first time in the movies, we're really seeing vampires run through the woods at a speed that is impossible to sort of accomplish with real performers. It's gonna, I think, be a pretty fantastic sequence.
On every show, we try and take advantage of the next leap in technology and sophistication. Usually the first model is basically our beta testing things. So we're working out all of the issues, mostly in terms of look and dynamics. The trick, of course, was take the version of what we had on New Moon and turn it into the next version up. I'm Phil Tippett, and I'm a visual effects supervisor and wolf wrangler. You know, when you're doing creatures that people are very familiar with, like cats and dogs, you know, wolves certainly fall into the canine category. So a tremendous amount of effort is put into, you know, studying canine behavior. Wolves act and behave differently than dogs.
So my job was to basically rely a lot upon reference. What we had shot when we went down to Wolf Mountain and sat with the wolves for an entire day in their pens.
The director really wanted to get the wolves as looking as absolutely realistic as possible. And that was fine by us and fine by the animators. We're really excited by that. We wanted an opportunity to really get to the nitty-gritty of the wolves.
And find out how that might relate to the characters that we're portraying in the film.
And ultimately what we ended up doing was what David called a leaner and meaner wolf.
We changed the proportions slightly.
Giving him a tummy tuck and basically beefing up musculature. And then we shortened the fur a little bit just so that you could start to read that musculature. Then David said, well, what about more and finer fur? We already had millions of hairs on our creatures. So we were like, well, we're not sure we can do that, but we can try.
We pushed a lot of our technology further than we've ever pushed it on Eclipse. That's the work of our brilliant technical art director, Aaron.
There's like a groom program that runs on the outside of the wolf, and it grows all the hairs all over the wolf. So it was like an on-the-fly filling in of fur. I think even King Kong only had 4 or 5 million hairs on it, and we were able to get almost 20.
The new wolves are Seth and Leia and Quill.
Quill is sort of just another member of the pack. He's very similar to the other guys that we've already seen in the last movie.
Seth is a much